The story of friendship between Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, and Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is a complex and evolving one, influenced by both personal dynamics and the broader political and business landscapes. Their relationship has garnered significant public attention, largely due to their high profiles and their sometimes controversial and headline-grabbing actions. Early encounters and divergence in political views. The paths of Donald Trump and Elon Musk first crossed in the mid-2010s, long before Trump's presidency. Elon Musk, a billionaire entrepreneur and innovator, had publicly distanced himself from traditional politics and politicians, instead focusing on his ambitious ventures in clean energy, electric vehicles, and space exploration. Musk's stance, at this point, was largely apolitical, with the occasional critique of government policies that hindered technological progress. On the other hand, Trump was known for his brash, outspoken political rhetoric, which contrasted sharply with Musk's technocratic and pragmatic approach. However, Musk's business interests often intersected with government policy, placing him in contact with figures like Trump. In 2016, Musk was notably a part of the group of business leaders who participated in Trump's advisory councils, the Strategic and Policy Forum and the Manufacturing Jobs Initiative. This was significant because it positioned Musk as one of the few tech entrepreneurs to engage with Trump at a time when many Silicon Valley figures were openly opposed to the president-elect's policies. The first public support, 2016 election. Musk's public support of Trump was somewhat lukewarm during the 2016 U.S. presidential campaign. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal in 2016, Musk stated that he had no particular political ideology but was hopeful that a Trump presidency would be good for business. He even said that Trump's administration could potentially be beneficial for entrepreneurship and innovation due to its pro-business policies. However, Musk was also cautious, making it clear that he did not align himself with all of Trump's views. This neutrality became evident when Musk publicly disagreed with some of Trump's decisions. For instance, Musk resigned from the president's Strategic and Policy Forum in 2017 after Trump's decision to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement. Musk's departure was significant because it sent a strong message about his commitment to environmental sustainability, a core tenet of his businesses. He stated that climate change is real and that the U.S. should remain committed to the global accord. This action further distanced Musk from Trump in terms of policy, but their personal interactions remained cordial. Despite Musk's public disagreement, Trump continued to praise Musk's achievements, calling him a great guy and even inviting him to the White House on multiple occasions. The White House and their evolving relationship. In the early years of Trump's presidency, the relationship between the two men seemed to oscillate between mutual respect and political divergence. Musk continued to work closely with the U.S. government, particularly NASA, through his SpaceX venture, which received contracts and funding from the government. Musk's work with NASA and the military, especially his successful launches of payloads into space, placed him in the spotlight as one of the leading figures in the private space industry, with Trump often praising him publicly for his role in revitalizing American space exploration. In 2018, Trump invited Musk to a roundtable meeting at the White House with other industry leaders to discuss policy issues and economic growth. Musk was one of the few tech executives at the table, and his input was taken seriously due to his influence in the electric vehicle and space industries. Despite their differences on climate change, Musk remained an influential voice in the discussions on infrastructure, manufacturing, and technology policy. Tensions over COVID-19, the Reopen America push. As the COVID-19 pandemic took hold in 2020, the relationship between Trump and Musk began to experience more strain, primarily over their differing stances on public health measures. While Trump pushed for a rapid reopening of the economy, Musk became more vocal about the economic impacts of lockdowns, particularly on Tesla's ability to operate. In April 2020, as states like California enforced strict lockdowns to curb the spread of the virus, Musk openly defied local orders to keep the Tesla factory in Fremont, California, closed. Musk referred to the orders as fascist and declared that Tesla would reopen regardless of the legal restrictions. His actions led to a very public clash, local government officials and even Trump, who had expressed support for businesses reopening but did not fully back Musk's aggressive stance. However, the two figures shared a similar message about the need to prioritize the economy and get people back to work, albeit through different methods and approaches. Trump, during this period, expressed admiration for Musk's resilience and entrepreneurship. He tweeted, "Elon Musk is doing great things at Tesla and SpaceX. He is one of our great geniuses, and we should be proud of him." This public support was indicative of Trump's recognition of Musk's business acumen, even as the two men disagreed on certain issues, especially around the handling of the pandemic. Post-presidency and Musk's political shift. After Trump lost the 2020 presidential election, the dynamic between the two men began to evolve once again. Musk's increasing involvement in the political discourse became more pronounced, especially as he faced more scrutiny over his company's dealings with the government. Musk's political views also seemed to shift more towards a libertarian stance, expressing discontent with both the left and the right. He even famously stated in 2021 that he was no longer supporting the Democratic Party and would vote Republican, a move that aligned with his growing dissatisfaction with the political establishment. Trump, for his part, also began to make occasional remarks about Musk, offering praise for his business success and his role in revolutionizing space exploration and electric vehicles. However, the relationship between the two remained distant, as Musk's politics seemed to diverge even further from Trump's populist rhetoric. Musk also took a step away from direct political endorsements, choosing instead to focus on his businesses and technological innovations. Musk's support for certain conservative policies, such as his opposition to the increased regulation of big tech and his stance against COVID-19 restrictions, resonated with the right wing, but his disavowal of Trump's more extreme positions kept him from fully aligning with the former president's agenda. However, Musk did continue to interact with Trump occasionally, especially in public remarks, where he acknowledged the former president's achievements in the economy, but also pointed out where their visions didn't fully align. The Twitter saga and the Musk-Trump relationship in 2022 and beyond. The most notable development in the relationship between Trump and Musk came in 2022, when Musk made headlines by acquiring Twitter. His acquisition of the platform seemed to set the stage for more public involvement in politics, as he positioned himself as a defender of free speech. In 2023, as Trump's legal and political battles continued to unfold, Musk publicly expressed support for Trump's ability to navigate the challenges posed by both the media and the government. Trump's return to the political stage after announcing his candidacy for the 2024 election put Musk in a somewhat awkward position. While Musk had expressed admiration for Trump's business success and his populist approach to politics, he also valued the independence of his tech ventures and their ability to operate without political influence. As Musk grew increasingly influential in the media and tech spheres, he became a pivotal figure for both political sides to court, even as he remained skeptical of traditional politics. In conclusion, the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk is one of mutual admiration tempered by occasional political and personal differences. They share a respect for entrepreneurship, innovation, and economic growth, yet their public alignment has never been fully cohesive. Their relationship has evolved over the years, from early political engagement to occasional public support, to a more complex dynamic as both men have navigated the shifting political and business landscapes. Whether or not they will continue to align in the future remains to be seen, but their story is one of two powerful figures in American society whose personal and professional trajectories have intersected in surprising and sometimes controversial ways.